Hi you guys, my name is Oshun the Great, and welcome to my beautiful channel. So recently there's been a story that came out of this model who went to Dubai, and she ended up being found like on the side of the road. Her spine was broken and she was like unconscious. She missed her flight to go back home, and it made her family suspicious. And turns out she's in a hospital unconscious. And it's been news as of recent years that a lot of models, a lot of influencers, a lot of Instagram models, OnlyFans girls go to Dubai to do like crazy things to get like a lot of money. It's a lot of rich men there. You know, Dubai is glamorized like really, really bad. um, and basically they have a lot of scandals like the porta potty scandals where women, they're being defecated in their mouth by these rich men, and all kind of places, all kind of rituals for money, for for that taste of that life. And it's said that a lot of these men are bored, and so they need something new and different, and so they're flying these women out to do any and everything and try to see how far they can go, basically. And so the problem with this comment, the problem with all of this is, when I heard that comment of "oh, they're bored," to me that's just a red flag in itself. On top of everything, meaning that these men are looking to inflict pain on the women and people that they're preying on. And so it's not like this type of lifestyle is, there's always a double-edged sword. So in this particular situation, to me, I think it was a hate crime. And why I say that is, in this world, when there are rich and powerful men and they're bored and all this shit, their intentions aren't pure. And very seldom do we have in this world where rich and powerful men are just freely giving away money. They don't have this benevolent heart or whatever we think. And in this world in particular, to move up in the ladder, a lot of times you have to do a lot of really bad things. And Dubai itself has also came out that there is really bad slavery. A lot of immigrants come to Dubai to make a living, and they get trapped there into wage slavery, worse than wage slavery, because they're living in really bad conditions. Their passports get taken, and some of them are not even being paid, or they're being paid pennies. And so there's this underbelly of Dubai, and a lot of people may or may not know that Dubai funds all the conflicts and stuff happening in Sudan as well. And so that's why there's a huge boycott of Dubai. But the problem with Dubai is it's been so glamorized that people like the idea of it, and they don't understand how much blood that it takes to keep this type of place up and running. And so obviously it's that saying that everything glittering isn't gold. Obviously, and I'm not victim blaming here at all, it's just understanding that in this world, as a woman especially, there is like, men do not just willingly give you shit. This reminds me of another case that I saw of a woman who was working a job. She was a very attractive woman working under two men who just had a lot of issues and vices. And they forwarded her a raise that she asked for, and a little bit later that week she was killed by them. And so very seldom do things like that don't come with strings attached, basically. And so again, I think it was a hate crime. I think they saw this girl. She was very attractive. Obviously, a lot of these models have a lot of power themselves, and they wanted to humble her. And that's just my opinion. Obviously, she's unconscious, and we have to wait and see what she says. But this is just my intuitive input and just what I think about um, the glitz and glamour of this type of world. And so, a lot of us are thinking that, oh, if I just do the fast life, like, man, that could be me. I could do, I could be so much better off in life. But like, there's a price you're gonna pay every single time, and you don't want to take that risk because you might be paying with your life. And so the path you have chosen, or that you chose, it may not feel like shit is happening or popping off right now, but it's the right way. It's the way of integrity or safety a lot of times. Just because you know all these glitz and glamour is happening, it doesn't mean it's really that. It's what it seems. And so what I think about this hate crime is that they wanted to humble her or make her an example. Something else is Dubai don't even have great laws for gay people, for women, and so a lot of travelers and tourists come, and they think they're the exception. And so if you have people who don't respect women already, there are no boundaries, like there are no consequence. And so a lot of people were saying that this sounds like a cover up. She fell off a building or something. And so, but it's like, how did she end up on the street and everything? And so people think it's a cover up. And when again you have rich and powerful people, it's easy for them to cover shit up because they got the resources to cover shit up. And so it's much like in America, you know, corrupt police get away with everything already. And if you're rich and powerful and have connections, you get away with so much. And so I think also that it's like, in my perspective as a spiritualist, I think that they're trying to see how much they can get away with. And if they do get away with something like this, who knows if she wakes up, when she wakes up, if she remembers, whatever, if she's not afraid to say what really went down. I think it's gonna keep happening to women, and I think it's gonna become this thing where that is their kink, is to harm these type of women. And sex workers and all this stuff, it already get a bad rep because they don't have any rights or protection anyway. And so again, it's that naivety of thinking that they're exempt in a way, and it's just something to be aware of and to open our eyes about in general. And that's for anybody, not just the women who are in this craft. It's just understanding what things really are on the surface. And what else? Yeah, I think it's gonna keep happening. I think it's gonna be, there's gonna be more bait, and there's gonna be stories that we never hear of, because like also there's like disappearing that happens with people with resources, all kind of stuff. And yeah, I mean, obviously you can't. I mean, obviously they probably gonna want to wait till this dies down a little bit or something. They don't want too many obvious things, but I do think it was a hate crime, and that's just where I sit right now. But again, it's the cautionary tale of like what this life really is. And I know because, and I have a lot of empathy because I tried going down that fast life of like sex workers and all this stuff, and being an online model, and this just, it's too dangerous. And you hear all these models who get really big followings and they get killed, and again, it's that double-edged sword with everything. So yeah, I wonder what you guys think, and it's just to be vigilant and understanding what's really going on. So yeah, it sucks. It's beyond crazy, and it's just understanding the power dynamics and things under patriarchy. But yeah.